Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Thungal online classes. We are in the discussion of aldehydes, ketones, and carboxylic acids. Under that, in the last class, we have discussed up to the reduction and oxidation reactions of aldehydes and ketones. And especially in oxidation, we have seen the different type of reactions by using which we can distinguish the aldehydes from ketones. So in this class, we will continue the discussion with the under the properties of chemical properties of aldehydes and ketones. In this class, we are going to discuss two important reactions, that is reactions due to the alpha hydrogen as well as some other important reactions of aldehydes and ketones we are going to discuss. Okay, mostly with this class we are going to complete the discussion regarding aldehydes and ketones. Hope probably from the next class we may start the discussion of carboxylic acids. Now let's begin the discussion with the fourth type of reactions of aldehydes and ketones due to alpha hydrogen. So before discussing reactions of aldehydes due to the alpha hydrogen, first of all you should know what is meant by alpha hydrogen. So basically alpha hydrogen means, suppose if you are considering a molecule of which is containing a carbonyl group or any function group. Okay, this is a carbonyl group which is essential part of aldehydes and ketones. This is the carbonyl carbon. The carbon that is adjacent or immediately next to the carbonyl carbon is called as alpha carbon. This carbon we called it as alpha carbon. Okay, what is alpha carbon? Alpha carbon means carbon next to carbonyl carbon. Carbonyl carbon is known as alpha carbon. And what is mean by alpha hydrogens? Alpha hydrogens means hydrogens present on alpha carbon are called as alpha hydrogen, are known as alpha hydrogens. This is the important thing. Okay, now let's see what is the importance of this alpha hydrogen, why there are some special reactions of aldehydes and ketones due to these alpha hydrogens. Basically, if you observe this carbonyl group is basically what is this? This is electron withdrawing in nature. The group itself is what is? This is electron withdrawing group. So since it is an electron withdrawing group, what happens? All the electrons will be, the flow of electrons will be in this direction. So this particular alpha carbon experience the electron deficiency. Because of that reason, so what happens? This alpha hydrogens are acidic in nature. What is that? They are acidic in nature. This is a very, very important point to be noted down. The reactions of aldehydes and ketones due to the alpha hydrogen are because of the acidic nature of alpha hydrogen. Why this alpha hydrogen is acidic in nature? Because the nature of carbonyl group is an electron withdrawing group. Since it tried to withdraw the electrons from the alpha carbon, and the alpha carbon in turn try to withdraw the electrons from the alpha hydrogen. By that, what happens? This hydrogen is found to be acidic in nature. So whenever you are dropping these carbonyl compounds having alpha hydrogen, so this hydrogen can be easily lost. So what happens? This particular carbonyl compounds having alpha hydrogen, if you are treating this with any base, so this is your base here. So the base will abstract this proton. What happens? This base will abstract the proton. Okay, what happens? This base will abstract it carries a negative charge. Okay, so it will abstract the proton. So with the abstraction of proton, what happens? Let me represent the base with the B. So here removal of BH takes place. By that, what happens? It leaves a negative charge on alpha carbon. This alpha carbon certain a negative charge. So this is actually what? Carbanion it is. This is a carbanion. This carbanion is enolized due to the resonance. What happens? It gets enolized stabilization. Due to the resonance stabilization, this is enolate ion. What is this? This is enolate ion, we call it as. Okay, what is this? This is resonance stabilization. Due to the resonance stabilization of this resultant carbanion in the form of phenolate, these are very stable. Okay, so because of the presence of alpha hydrogen, okay, there are several reactions of aldehydes and ketones. Those reactions are categorized under the category of what is reactions of aldehydes and ketones due to the alpha hydrogen, we call them. Okay, so under this, the important reaction, hope it is clear so far what is meant by alpha hydrogen and why there are certain specific reactions of aldehydes and ketones due to the alpha hydrogen. Okay, alpha hydrogen means the carbon, the hydrogen that are present on the alpha carbon. What is mean by alpha carbon? The carbon which is immediately next to the carbonyl carbon is called as alpha carbon, and if there are any hydrogen on that alpha carbon, then they are regarded as alpha hydrogen. And the nature of these alpha hydrogens are acidic in nature due to the electron withdrawing nature of the carbonyl carbon. So as their acidic nature, if you place in basic medium, these protons are left leaving a negative charge on the alpha carbon. This carbanion will be resonance stabilized in the form of enolate. This is what it is. It is a resonance stabilized. Resonance stabilized. Now there are several important reactions. Among those, one of the important reaction is that which is called as aldol reaction. What is this called? Aldol reaction, and we also can call it as aldol condensation. What we call it as aldol condensation. This is one of the important reaction due to the alpha hydrogen of aldehydes and ketones. So how you can define this particular reaction is that here aldehydes and ketones, aldehydes, this is a very important reaction in terms of board aspect. This can be asked for the 3 marks question in the board examination, right? Aldehydes and ketones having alpha hydrogen, remember that alpha hydrogen must be present. Alpha hydrogen in presence of dilute base, in presence of what is this? Dilute base such as NaOH, or you may take KOH, or you may take barium hydroxide, or you may take any one of you can take, or you may take calcium hydroxide, any dilute base you can use, forms beta hydroxy aldehyde or beta hydroxy ketones, depending on whether you are using aldehydes or ketones. And this is known as aldol reaction. What do you call it as? This is known as aldol reaction. On slight heating, the beta hydroxy aldehyde or ketone loss water molecule to form alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde or ketone. This is known as there is a difference between the aldol reaction and aldol condensation. This is known as aldol condensation. Aldol condensation we call it as. The unsaturated, if the reaction goes up to the unsaturated product, that is called as aldol condensation. This is a description of aldol reaction and aldol condensation. With a discussion of with an example, you will understand this. Just if you go through the description, that aldehydes and ketones, what is a compulsory condition? Since we are discussing the reaction with the alpha hydrogen, what are the aldehydes and ketones? It's not and, it has to be aldehydes or ketones. Aldehydes or ketones having alpha hydrogen in presence of dilute bases such as NaOH or KOH or barium hydroxide or calcium hydroxide forms beta hydroxy aldehyde or beta hydroxy ketones. This is known as aldol reaction. Up to the formation of beta hydroxy aldehydes or beta hydroxy ketones, it is known as aldol reaction. If you slightly heat or even at a room temperature also, sometimes it undergo dehydration to form corresponding alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde or ketone. So this particular reaction is called as aldol condensation. Okay, with an discussion with an example you will understand this. Hope the description is clear so far. Since it is a very important reaction, I just request you to pay a little bit attention on this, so that you will understand the reaction easily and you will able to apply for any given examples. If you understand the criteria of how to write a product, so you need not to by heart it. So because of that, I request you to pay a bit of attention throughout this class. Of course you will pay the attention. Now let us see. Suppose let us take an example of let us take acetaldehyde. What is the structure of acetaldehyde? This is acetaldehyde. Let us take 2 moles of acetaldehyde. If you are treating this with, I'll treat this with a dilute NaOH. When you treat this with a dilute NaOH, so it will be converted into, as you are taking 2 moles, right? It will form a product in this manner. This is alpha and this is beta. Okay, this is called beta hydroxy butyraldehyde. What do you call it as? Butyraldehyde. This is a common name. If you are going as per the IUPAC, this will become, or you may also name it as a 3-hydroxy. How can you name 3-hydroxy butanol? You call it as. Now, if you heat it, on slight heating, what happens? This will remove a water molecule, which will form. Here, see what happens. Here, this hydroxy group and this hydrogen will be removed in the form of water, so that you will get CH3, CH double bond, CH. Now this is alpha and this is beta. In between alpha and beta there is an unsaturation, hence we call it as alpha beta. This is commonly called alpha beta unsaturated. Since it is an aldehyde, we call it as aldehyde commonly. If you want to give the IUPAC nomenclature, it will become 1, 2, 3, 4. So what will be the name? But 2-enol it is. But 2-enol. So what is the important thing to be noted down is that from this up to this stage, from year to year, it is called as aldol reaction, we call it as. Okay, and from year to year it is called as, if the reaction goes up to year, we call it as aldol condensation. This is the difference, aldol condensation reaction. If you write an unsaturation product, then it will be called as aldol condensation. If you stop the reaction at only beta hydroxy state, it will be called as aldol reaction. This is the difference between aldol reaction as well as aldol condensation. So now let us discuss how to write the product. Now you are using 2 aldehydes. Okay, it is basically if you use 2 similar aldehydes, this is called self. If you are using 2 similar molecules or same molecule, is called self aldol condensation. There are 2 aldol condensation or aldol reactions. There are 2 aldol reactions. Aldol condensation or aldol reaction is of 2 types: self aldol as well as cross aldol. Cross aldol, it can be aldol reaction or it can be aldol condensation. Okay, condensation of identical molecules is known as self aldol. What it is known as? Self aldol, we call it as. Whereas condensation of different molecules is known as cross aldol. This is the difference between the self aldol as well as cross aldol. Now since we are taking 2 molecules of acetaldehyde, it will come under self aldol. So let me explain briefly. I am not going depth mechanism here. I just wanted to give I just wanted to tell you how to write the product here. Okay, so these are the 2 molecules that we are using here in presence of basic medium. What happens here? See here, how to write this beta hydroxy product is that, okay, this is the alpha position. If this is cardinal carbon, this is alpha position. What happens? You just connect this, transfer an hydrogen from this alpha carbon to the cardinal carbon of the next molecule. Okay, where to transfer this? This has to be transferred to the hydrogen. Okay, you just connect these two carbons simultaneously. What you have to do, you have to connect these two carbons. Okay, now it is CH3, just make it CH2. Okay, one hydrogen is getting decreased. That hydrogen of this alpha carbon has to added to the hydroxy group. Originally it is already having an hydrogen. Okay, now this remaining will be written as it is. Now this will become beta hydroxy aldehyde. You just try to observe that I have taken two identical molecule in one. Okay, this is carbonyl group. Here the reaction is taking place between the carbonyl group as well as the alpha carbon, alpha hydrogens. So how the way of writing the product is that from the alpha hydrogen you just transfer, from the alpha carbon of one molecule you just transfer an hydrogen, okay, to the oxygen of the other molecule and connect this carbonyl carbon and alpha carbon to the single bond. Now transfer the hydrogen of this alpha to the hydroxy group so that you will get the beta hydroxy compound. So this is on removal of water molecule. And what is the other way of removing water molecule? When this hydrogen transfer here and this goes out here, removal of water takes place. This will be converted into CH3 CH double bond CH. This is the way of writing self aldol product. Okay, the name aldol is basically derived. Why we are calling it as aldol means, if you look at this particular product, it is having two function groups. What is the two function groups? One is hydroxy group, one is aldehyde group. So it's just a combination of, here this particular molecule is having hydroxy group as well as, what are the two groups? Hydroxy group as well as aldehyde group. So since what is the suffix that we use for the aldehyde group? We use the suffix aldehyde for ald. And what is the suffix for alcohol? We use suffix for alcohol. So this will become aldol. How we are getting the name? From the combination of two function group, that is aldehyde and hydroxy group. This particular beta hydroxy aldehyde or beta hydroxy ketone will be called as aldol. Suppose if it is a ketone, we call it as ketone plus ket plus all, it will become ketol. But it is commonly known as ketol. We don't call it as ketol reaction, even though it can be applicable for both aldehydes and ketones. Since it is first observed in the aldehydes, it is famously known as aldol reaction. It doesn't mean that it is only given by aldehydes. Both aldehydes and ketones having a alpha hydrogen will give this particular reaction, but it is quite commonly known as aldol. This aldol indicates that it is having both aldehydes as well as ketones. If it is a ketonic compound, you have to call it as ketol. I'll give an example of ketone, which is generally, let me take acetone. If you take two molecules of acetone here, okay, basically it will be, if you take two molecules, okay, in presence of, you can take any base. I'll take barium hydroxide, dilute barium hydroxide, I'll take dilute. So what happens here? You just have to take first of all here it will connect it to the next alpha carbon CH3, it will become. In the next step, what happens? If you heat it, removal of water molecule takes place. It will be converted into CH3, right? A double bond CH, C double bond CH3. This is we called beta hydroxy. This is alpha and this is beta hydroxy, right? What is this? Beta hydroxy and beta methyl. How many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Beta hydroxy, beta methyl, what do you call it as? 1, 2, 3 and 1. Okay. Methyl and propyl ketone we call it as, or otherwise as per the UPSC if you go, it can be called as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will be called as 4 hydroxy, 4 methyl, pentane 2-1 it is. This is the UPSC name, and this will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will become 4 methyl, and what is this? Penta 3-in-2-1 it is. Pent 3-in-2-1. Okay. So this is basically called ketol, and it can also be called. It is also referred as aldehyde, even though it is a ketone. Okay. So this is how you have to write the self-aldol product. Hope it is clear so far. We have seen one example from aldehyde and one example for ketone. Okay. I told you the way of writing the product also. Again, a simplified version here also, what you have to take two acetones side by side. Okay, from the alpha position you remove two hydrogen and directly connect. If you want to write a condensation product directly, what you have to do, remove the two alpha hydrogens from the alpha carbon and make it connect with the carbonyl carbon of other molecule with a double bond, and remaining part you just write as it is, so that you will get your condensation product. Okay, here also if you see, you remove this oxygen and from the alpha position, from here you remove the carbonyl carbon and two alpha hydrogen, you just connect this with the double bond, so that you will get the condensation product. Here this is how you have to write the condensation product direct. Okay, for self aldol product, for self aldol you can write it very easily without any difficulty, but in cross you will get several products. Okay, we will see another example of cross aldol condensation. As I said, this is a bit of important, it can be asked for the 3 marks question in the board examination. I again request you to pay a bit of attention. Okay, so now let us see the cross aldol condensation. Cross aldol condensation. Okay, condensation of different molecules of aldehydes or ketones or aldehydes and ketones. Aldehydes and ketones. It can be different molecules of aldehyde and aldehyde, ketone and ketone, or one aldehyde and one ketone. Any combination having alpha hydrogen will be called as, okay, condensation of aldehydes having alpha hydrogen, or condensation of ketones having alpha hydrogen. Condensation of aldehydes and ketones having alpha hydrogen will be called as cross, is known as cross aldol condensation. I again repeat, it is the name aldol is used since it is observed in aldehyde first, quite commonly known. You can also call it as ketones, no problem if it is a ketone. Okay, now let us see an example. I will take an example of aldehyde and aldehyde. I will take acetaldehyde plus propionaldehyde. This is here I have taken ethanol and propanol. Among this, one of the compound should contain alpha hydrogen. It is not compulsory that both has to be contained. Both may contain. The condition is that one of the compound should contain alpha hydrogen. Here both are containing, so no problem. The way of writing the product is that if it is a cross aldol also, there is a possibility that this acetaldehyde may react with acetaldehyde and propanaldehyde may also react with the propanaldehyde. So here it will be associated with the two types of products. Here you will get the self aldol product as well as the cross aldol product. First of all, you write the product of self, that is if the acetaldehyde is reacting with the acetaldehyde, what is the way of writing the product? You will get this is one, okay, remove the carbonyl oxygen of one molecule and connect it to the alpha position with a double bond and write it as it is. This is a self aldol product of ethanol. And what you will get here, another self aldol product of propanol. What is the way of writing? Write one molecule as it is, CH3 CH2 CH, remove this oxygen and connect it to the double bond to the alpha carbon. What is the alpha carbon? This is carbonyl carbon, this is alpha. Remove the two hydrogens. If I remove the two hydrogen, what is left here? CH3 is left. Okay, so what is the name of this product? 1 2 3 4. This is but 2-enol it is, whereas it is 1 2 3 4 5. This is 2-methyl pent 2-enol it is. Okay, pent 2-enol it is. These two are called as self aldol products. What they are called? Self aldol products. Now what is the possibility? Now they may again react with one another. So one possibility is that now you can remove the carbonyl oxygen of this. If you are removing the oxygen of the acetaldehyde, you have to remove the alpha hydrogens of propanol. If you are removing the oxygen of the propanol, you have to remove the alpha hydrogens of the acetaldehyde. These are the two possibilities. Let me first remove the carbonyl oxygen of the acetaldehyde and I am connecting this with the alpha carbon of the propanaldehyde. So that what you will get here? You will get, this is a one possibility. And what is the other possibility? Now remove the oxygen of the propanol. Okay, if you want to remove the oxygen of the propanol, Okay, and what you have to do, you have to remove the alpha hydrogens of acetaldehyde. So this is the way of writing it. These are the two products. Let me name them. This is what it is. Yeah, 1 2 3 4. This is 2-methyl what is this, bute 2-enol it is. And what about this, 1 2 3 4 5, this is penta 2-enol it is. These two are called as cross aldol. What they are called? Cross aldol products they are. It is simple. First, if you are taking, even though it is a cross aldol, it will always associate with the self, because the same molecule may combine with the same molecule. Don't think that here we have taken only one, how the other molecule has come. If you take 1 mole will be associated with the how many molecules? 6.022 into 10 power 23 molecules. We use 1 mole. Okay, so when you are taking 1 mole of this and 1 mole of this here both the possibilities are the self combination as well as cross. This is the most obvious question that you are going to ask. Because of that, here itself I am clearing that here we are not using one molecule, we are using 1 mole of molecule, right? Now, right, you can also give one other example. If you take an aldehyde and ketone, I'll take this is acetaldehyde. Another example we can take acetone. Now this comes under, what is this? Aldehyde and ketonic combination. Here how to write the product? Here directly write the product in presence of basic medium it is. Here also basic medium. Take any, either sodium hydroxide, anything. So the same case. Here what you have to do? It will also be associated with the self as well as cross. How to write the self? Self will be easy, as we have already dealt with the self. I am directly writing the self in the both the cases. So since we have already discussed this in the case of what is that? Self aldol. Now this is a self product, and we have also named it. You try to name it again. Okay, these two are called self. We have already read these two products in the self aldol condensation, so you can refer there. And how to write the cross? In the cross, once you have to remove the oxygen of aldehyde and alpha hydrogens of ketone. In the second case, carbonyl oxygen of ketone and alpha hydrogens of aldehyde. So this is acetone. Now first of all, I am removing the carbonyl oxygen of acetaldehyde. So it has to be connected with the alpha position. Both are same, either of the one you can connect. So what it will become? This is one possibility. And what is the other possibility? Now you just remove the carbonyl oxygen of acetone and connect it with the alpha hydrogen of acetaldehyde. So what it will become? It will become, this is the product. If you want to name it, 1 2 3 4 5, this is pent 3-ene 2-one it is, and this will be 1 2 3 4 bute, 3-methyl 3-methyl bute 2-enol it is. This is another example of cross aldol product. Okay, hope it is clear so far. Okay, make your notes clearly. Now we'll see another examples of this aldehyde and ketonic combination. Here I will take a benzaldehyde, I will take and I will treat this with a acetophenone. This is also comes under cross aldol condensation of the category of what is it? Okay, here if you see, this is benzaldehyde, it is not having any alpha hydrogens. As I said, either of the one should contain alpha hydrogen. This is acetophenone which is having alpha hydrogen. So here acetophenone, under the cross you get only one product. What is that? Obviously you have to remove the carbonyl carbon of benzaldehyde and alpha hydrogen of acetophenone. So what is the way of connecting? It will be converted into, I am directly writing the product. This will be your product. Right, remove 2 hydrogens, or otherwise let me write in this manner so that it could be little bit better for you to understand. So you just write it, and I'll write it as in this manner: CHN H2. So you just remove here. Okay, so you will get the product in this manner. What you get eliminated here? H2O will be get eliminated. So this is called, this will be called 1, 2, 3. 1, 3 diphenyl. What is this? Probe 2 in 1 on it is. This is how you have to write. Right? For the self aldol also you can write it. What is the example we have taken? Acetaldehyde if you are taking, you just write a acetaldehyde also in this manner. So what do you need to remove? So you will get the acetaldehyde in this manner. Would you get it? This will be your self aldol product. You just need to identify the alpha position. Here what is getting eliminated? H2 is getting eliminated. This is we called aldol. Okay. For cross also you can do the same thing. Suppose if you are taking acetaldehyde and acetone, if you want to write cross, this is acetone. What you just need to do? You just remove the water from here. You just write the product. What you will get the product? If you understand the criteria, you will write in any manner. There is not much difficulty is there. This is how you will get the product. This is a shortcut way of writing. This makes the completion of discussion about the aldol, which is very, very important. We have got both self as well as cross. There is another reaction which is called as, this makes the completion of reactions due to the alpha hydrogen. And the last category of reactions of aldehydes and ketones, we just call it as other reactions. Some other reactions of aldehyde and ketone, aldehydes and ketones. Under this, we will talk about the first one, Cannizzaro reaction. This is also another named reaction, which is called as Cannizzaro reaction. Cannizzaro reaction. Okay, under this, what we write is that basically here, important thing is that aldehydes lacking alpha hydrogens when treated with concentrated base such as concentrated potassium hydroxide undergo disproportionation. What is mean by disproportionation? Simultaneous oxidation and reduction of same molecule is called as disproportionation to form corresponding carboxylate and alcohol respectively. This is the definition of Cannizzaro. Important thing, aldol will be compounds having alpha hydrogen. It is compounds lacking alpha hydrogen. Lacking means which are not having alpha hydrogen. Okay, so if I ask an example of aldehydes which do not contain alpha hydrogen, so from that what we will get? Formaldehyde. If you take 2 moles of formaldehyde and if you subject it to the, what is this? Concentrated KOH, so it will be converted into so same compound formaldehyde will be oxidized to corresponding potassium formate. What we call it as? This is we call potassium formate, we call it as, and this is we call methanol, we call it as. So here the formaldehyde is being oxidation. This is we call oxidation and this is we call reduction. It is simultaneously oxidized to the corresponding carboxylate and simultaneously reduced to corresponding alcohol. This particular simultaneous reduction oxidation is called as disproportionation. Okay, when carbonyl compounds lacking alpha hydrogen, okay, are treated with concentrated base such as KOH, they will undergo disproportionation. Disproportionation means simultaneous oxidation and reduction of the same molecule to the carboxylic acid and methanol respectively is called as Kenizerose reaction. You just reduce this. If what is the oxidation product of aldehydes and ketones? Carboxylic acid. What is the reduction product of aldehydes and ketones? Alcohols. So oxidation product has to be the acid and reduction product has to be alcohol. So simply it will be oxidized to carboxylic acid and reduced to the alcohol. This particular reaction is called as Kenizerose reaction. This is also very, very important in terms of the board aspect. Now, let me take another example. You can also give the another example, the carbonyl compound that are lacking alpha hydrogens, you can give the benzaldehyde. Benzaldehyde also does not having any alpha hydrogen. Benzaldehyde. This is only the, don't say that here this is alpha carbon, is having alpha hydrogen. The alpha hydrogen should be attached here. This is alpha carbon, this is also not having any hydrogens. So benzaldehyde also does not contain any alpha hydrogen. What was the earlier compound? Formaldehyde. Here don't say that there are alpha hydrogen. These are not alpha hydrogen. Hydrogen is attached to the carbonyl carbon. What is mean by alpha hydrogen? Hydrogen attached to the alpha carbon. What is alpha carbon? Carbon adjacent to the carbonyl carbon is called as alpha hydrogen. So these should not be considered as alpha hydrogen. Okay. Formaldehyde and benzaldehyde are the two aldehydes that are example for the aldehydes lacking alpha hydrogen. If you are treating this with the concentrated KOH, so simultaneously what happens? Benzaldehyde will be oxidized and reduced. What is the oxidation product of benzaldehyde? It will be benzoate. It will be benzoate. And what is the reduction product of benzaldehyde? It will be benzyl alcohol. So this is potassium benzoate. This is a benzyl alcohol. Benzyl alcohol. So what are the, we have discussed, these are the example of self-Kenizerose. What are these called? Self-Kenizerose. And there is another one, cross. What is mean by cross? Cross Kenizerose means if you use two different products. Suppose if you are treating benzaldehyde and formaldehyde, so here what happens? In the presence of basic medium, it will be converted into potassium formate plus benzyl alcohol. The important thing is that the one which is more reactive will be oxidized, the one which is less reactive will be reduced. Since we have already discussed the criteria of reactivity of these aldehydes and ketones, we know that formaldehyde is more reactive than benzaldehyde, so it will undergo preferential oxidation and it will undergo preferential reduction. This is we call cross Kenizerose. This is we call potassium formate and this is we call benzyl alcohol. Benzyl alcohol. What are these two? This is benzaldehyde, and this is formaldehyde. Right. There is another reaction under this, electrophilic substitution. Reaction of aromatic aldehydes and ketones. Okay, this is aromatic electrophilic substitution. Okay, basically suppose let me take a benzaldehyde. If you are treating with benzaldehyde with any, you might have already studied the substitution reactions on aromatic compounds. Basically aromatic compounds will undergo preferential electrophilic substitution. If you are treating this with a mixture of nitric mixture, concentration HNO3 in concentrated H2SO4, this is we call nitration mixture. What do you call this as? Nitration mixture we call it as. Okay, so if you are treating this, it will result in the formation of a product which is called as meta-nitro. What is this? This is we call meta-nitro benzaldehyde, we call it as meta-nitro benzaldehyde, we call it as this is we call it as benzaldehyde. The important aspect of this electrophilic substitution of aromatic compounds, this aldehyde group or ketonic group. Okay, preferentially here what is happening, it is substituted meta position. Okay, this aldehydic or since aldehydic and ketonic groups are electron withdrawing. What they are in nature? They are electron withdrawing in nature. Hence they are meta director in nature. I am not going into the mechanism since it is not the part, and you already studied this mechanism of electrophilic substitution in the first PU hydrocarbon compounds, that is under the discussion of properties of benzene. You have understood the criteria of electrophilic substitution, what is meant by meta director and what is meant by ortho para director. If a group on benzene ring directs the incoming group to the meta position, then it will be called as meta director. Since because of that only we are getting meta-nitrobenzaldehyde. If a group on the benzene, if it directs the incoming group to the either ortho or para position, then will be called as ortho para director. Basically, the electron withdrawing groups are meta directors in nature, and electron donating groups are ortho para director in nature, which you have already studied. Okay, so this is about the electrophilic substitution of aromatic aldehydes and ketones. So this particular reaction we have studied, this is called nitration of benzaldehyde, we call it as. What we call it as? Nitration of benzaldehyde, we call it as. Okay, hope it is clear so far, and hope I am not going any faster at all, because since you have the option of viewing the class in offline mode, you can view the class in any times. If you feel anywhere I am going a bit faster, you can repeat and see it. That won't be a problem. Hope so, right? Now I will give one more example. Suppose if you are treating this benzaldehyde with a concentrated H2SO4, right? It will form okay, sulfonic acid. Okay, or let me take for example, for easy understanding of yours, so you can also take one more example. This will called, if you are treating this with Br2 in presence of aluminum chloride, it will form CHO, Br. All of them are meta position. It is a meta director group. Okay, this makes the completion of discussion about the chemical properties of aldehydes and ketones. We have discussed all the type of reactions that are possible for both aldehydes and ketones. Okay, nucleophilic addition reactions, reduction reactions, oxidation reactions, reaction due to the alpha hydrogen, especially aldol condensation reaction, and other reaction. Under the other reactions, we have discussed two reactions, that is Cannizzaro reaction as well as electrophilic substitution of aromatic aldehydes and ketones. Okay, and if you are talking about the uses of aldehydes and ketones, basically after discussing this much, why we are studying about all these compounds unless until we make use of anything out of it? So obviously there should be certain uses of all these compounds. Okay, there are several uses of these aldehydes and ketones, especially if you are talking about the formaldehyde, and you might have gone to the biological lab. Formaldehyde, 40% solution of, okay, 40% solution of 40% aqueous solution of formaldehyde is known as formalin, which is used as, okay, which is used as biological preservative. Okay, biological preservative. It is used in the preservation of biological specimens, Okay, if you go to the biological lab, there will be kept so many animals, dead animals in a particular solution, so which prevents the decomposition of that particular element. That is nothing but the formalin solution, which is nothing but the 40% of formaldehyde. Along with these carbonyl compounds, that is aldehydes and ketones, are widely used in the industrial preparation for the making of various. Okay, these aldehydes and ketones are used. Aldehydes and many aldehydes and ketones are used as a solvents in the manufacturing of various industrial products. Either it may be pharmaceutical, or it may be food products, or various it may be polymers. They are used in the making of polymers as a solvents. So many polymers can also be synthesized by using aldehydes and ketones. If you are talking about acetaldehyde is used in making of or in manufacturing of ethanoic acid and formaldehyde is used in making of polymers such as bakelite, formalin. Okay, it is used in the making of polymers such as several polymers are there. Benzaldehyde also been used in the making of bakelite, etc. things. It is used in the making of urea formaldehyde. Okay, it is used urea formaldehyde polymer, used in the making of urea formaldehyde resin, we call it as, or polymer we call it as. Okay, there are several uses of. They are also used as fragrances and flavor giving substances. These are the some of the commercial importance of aldehydes and ketones in various industrial aspects. Okay, mostly this makes the completion of discussion about the first part of the chapter, that is aldehydes and ketones. There is another part of the chapter is left, which is carboxylic acids, which we are going to discuss in the next class onwards. That's all for the day, and thank you.